side, come on! Whoa! And this side, bigger than that, right? I don't know. I don't know. How are ya? Come on, how are you? Yes. Are we excited? Look at you beautiful people. Star Wars Celebration is the coolest thing ever, isn't it? Can we thank all the folks that are putting this on for us? Let's give them a big round of applause, yeah? Thank you, Disney. Thank you, Lucas. Thank you, Reed. Pop! I am so thrilled to be here because this is the date you want to have, right? My name is James Arnold Taylor. I am your host of the main stage. And a lot of people may not know exactly who I am because you may not always see me, but I guarantee that you hear me because I am what they call a voice actor. So I spend all my time in little padded rooms talking to myself. They used to call it crazy, now they call it lucrative. So it's what everybody wants to do now, right? Everybody wants to be a voice actor. It's the one thing I've always dreamed of doing, and I love doing it. People always ask me, though, well, you're some big shot voice actor. Have I heard you in anything? To which case I always say, well, I'm the voice of Obi-Wan Kenobi and Master Plo Koon on the Clone Wars. But I'm also the voice of the leader on Hulk and the Agents of Smash. And on the flip side, I'm Boppy on Doc McStuffins. Yabba-dabba-doo, I'm Fred Flintstone too. But I'm also Johnny Test. And the voice of Animation Domination on Fox. I even be the voice of the Skull with the legend of Jack Sparrow. No, mate. That's Captain Jack Sparrow, whose voice I supply in video games when Johnny Depp can't, you see. In fact, speaking of games, I'm Ratchet from Ratchet & Clank, Tidus from Final Fantasy X, your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, the Silver Surfer, Professor Charles Xavier. I'm the voice of all the minions! Now, sometimes, when celebrities can't do their own voice, I fill in for them, like Michael J. Fox's Stuart Little, whoa, or Milo Thatch in Disney's Atlantis: The Lost Empire. I'm also Hiccup in How to Train Your Dragon when Jay Baruchel is not, and Fish Lakes when Christopher Mintz-Plasse cannot be there to fill the void. I'm Andre the Giant in the Princess Bride game. Andrew Garfield is Spider-Man, and it's crazy, but I've even been Christopher Walken when he can't. Wow. I'm the voice that tells you what's now available on DVD and Blu-ray to use only as directed. Buckle up and drive safely. Offer expires November 30th. See store for details. Batteries not included. Extra features less heavily. Some time required. Member DIC. Don't miss it! Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You're too kind. So, that's the life of a voice actor. Pretty cool, isn't it? You get to be all these different things. And in my show, Talking to Myself, which will be here tomorrow night, it's a double feature with Mr. Mark Hamill. Starts at 6 o'clock. Will you all come back and see me? Yes! Going to talk about my life as Obi-Wan Kenobi and other cool things. It's going to be a great time. But right now, man, we have a great time. And also, please, if you get a chance, could you follow me on Twitter? It's JatActor and Instagram as well. Got to give myself a shameless plug. Come on, how often do I get to sit here with all of you? Plus, I've got a new show. It's on the Comlink channel on YouTube. It's called A Certain Point of View. It's a Star Wars debate show where we debate all the hot topics of Star Wars. And I hope you enjoy it and subscribe to that. Thank you. That's my shameless plug. Thank you guys for letting me do that. But now, it is time for your date. Your date has arrived. Are you thrilled? No. Are you thrilled? Do you want to see Carrie? Let's all say we love you, Carrie, right? Let's get it ready. Ready? 1, 2, 3. We love you, Carrie! Oh, I'm feeling the love. Check it out.
Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. Nobody can save our skin. I don't know where you get your delusions, laser brain. Why are you so
Hi, guys. This is BB-8's stunt double.
He
So
is ready
he's
to
very
go.
shy.
I'm so glad to see Gary. You both can have a seat and join us here. Please, it's wonderful. We just had a small gathering for you. Just a couple of folks wanted to come out and say hi to you.
Oh, I know. Good morning, everybody. How many are we?
Boy, I think we are probably nearing 5,000 here, at
That's
least.
a lot.
Yeah.
I'm outnumbered then.
No, because they're all on your side.
That's good.
They are all on your side, my dear. It's wonderful to have you.
Do you have my back or are you on my side?
I think they've got you covered completely.
Look at all you guys.
These are the best seats in the house. They had some of the worst seats, I guess, as I understand. Is that correct? Were you guys in some pretty bad seats? And then you came up and you got the best seats in the house. So now they get to see you up close and personal.
From getting the worst seats, you got the best seats?
Yeah. Everybody's like,
Wow.
oh,
That's
now I'm just going to sit in
probably
the back.
Zen in some way that I don't know yet.
Now, what's Gary got there? Vodka?
He's had too much to drink already, but
It's an early morning for him. We got a
he
shot.
has that, well, it's special effect tongue situation. Gary's tongue is probably twice too big for Gary's mouth, but it can always be of some use somewhere, don't you think?
Oh my goodness, he is wonderful.
Actually, JJ sent me a, oh, I love you so much. I'll see you later on. JJ got Gary a tongue in mouth box of, medicine that has been putting dogs' tongues in mouths since
Really?
1977.
Really? Does it
It's
work?
in my room. I haven't tried it out yet. I just
Okay.
have it as decor, and it's hard. I have to explain it to people.
Do you want
why
to try it on me first?
1977.
I'll try it first. And then
Okay,
we'll see how
you
it
got
works.
it.
And
I'll
then
have
if
it
works
brought
on me,
in.
then you can use it on Gary.
But it hasn't worked, I don't think, so far.
Let me ask
You can imagine how much it wasn't in his mouth if that's in.
So, Carrie, I got to ask you, you were with me on the main stage at Celebration 6 a few years ago, and I'm wondering if you missed me because you and I had quite a good time. I don't know if you remember, we ended the show. Do you guys have a picture of, yeah, that was good times, right? That's a fun time.
I don't remember that at all.
You have no, I have no recollection. Okay. So I got to ask you, have you been working on anything fun lately?
That depends what you mean by fun. No, we
man.
had a really good time. I was away for a long time because I stayed in the
Yeah.
middle parts. Gary was there.
Yeah.
I don't think JJ was always glad to see him.
How could he not be? It was great to see you all up here yesterday, though. How many folks were here yesterday?
Is that where we are? We were here yesterday? This is the
Yes,
same? I get
that's-
very confused.
This is the same spot, and that was a pretty magical moment for all of us. Was that pretty wild to get that reaction still after all this time and to see this new stuff that we're all
But I
digesting?
hear they've been breaking it down on the internet,
Yes.
what each frame means.
Yes.
So someone is going to have to explain it to me later. What does it mean?
Yeah, and which set of hands was your set of hands then? Was it the ones that were taking it?
I have to look again. The
Yeah.
most lovely set, dainty and the older set.
No, not at all.
Vintage hands.
Well,
They keep calling us.
Vintage.
What do they call us? What is that thing? Vintage. No, it's not vintage. It's legacy.
Classic.
We are the legacy
Legacy.
players.
The
Shine on, August moon. There's something a little ominous and wilted about the legacy players, but we're going to bring that word to life.
we're bringing it back, man. Absolutely. Now, how do you deal with all these spoilers? Everybody wants to know everything. What are your thoughts on that? How do you handle that?
I am so bad at that it had to keep me at home because I didn't understand how many things were spoilers.
Yeah.
I didn't understand initially how far afield it was not possible to get. If you whispered something about something to do with not Star Wars, but a cousin of Star Wars,
Yeah.
and you were in Calgary, it would be on the internet, main stage by the,
And it's
10
covered by a
minutes later.
document saying clearly you cannot mention
And they
this.
had contacted me from the beginning saying you gave up something that I said I wasn't allowed to say. No, I had told someone I would be away for 6 months. Now
that could have meant anything. That could have been anything.
They told, and I haven't spoken to them since. I can't remember who it even was.
I don't know.
So
It was probably me.
I was called and told that was not. I couldn't figure out what we were supposed to tell about.
Maybe we should make up some now. We could make up a new one. And so Carrie, are you going to be going away anytime soon? Or you could come up, think of something, and then we'll get the press going again on that.
Well, I told about Gary being DB8's,
Double,
stunt
yeah.
double. That's how he hurt his tongue. He stepped on it
Is
when
that-
we were jumping to light speed. Not that we do that.
Now, I do have... See what you did there? I do have some safe questions for The Force Awakens that will not get you or I in trouble. But I do actually wonder, and I know all of us would wonder, what were your thoughts about this trailer that we all just got to see yesterday? When you first saw it, did you think, wow, this is... Because, I mean, there's so much ground that is covered.
I'm seeing it just like you guys, though.
Okay.
It's not like I'm hanging around on the set watching
Right.
them run around and go, come here!
Right, exactly. But did you just see it yesterday when we saw it, or had you seen it just a little before that?
Oh, yes. Was I allowed to tell you?
Can now.
I saw it the night before at a restaurant.
Ooh.
No, yeah, we were shown it at dinner, and we each had to look at it, and I'm probably getting in trouble for this. Please don't tell anyone. We were shown it at with a computer, and I was the last one to see it, and I had to wear the
Yeah, the headphones, yeah.
idiotic earphone thing. It was idiotic because I pointed out to them that I was wearing the earphones to watch the...
Yeah.
Anyway, and that's all. That's when we did see it, and I don't think I've divulged anything.
No, and what were your reactions? Do you think, wow, this looks pretty good, I want to see this?
I always think whatever it is, I'm not doing it right.
Oh, yeah,
Isn't
no,
that
you do it.
sad? Well, I was brought up, I was a neglected child.
Yes.
And very, very sad child. No.
I was actually, that's actually going to go right
No,
into
it
what I
was
was going to ask.
great. I don't see any of that stuff either, though.
Yeah. Well, okay. Well, then good. So you're in the dark like us, and I think that's probably the best. But
I think they keep me away from stuff because they, know that I have a inadvertently big mouth, and it's represented here also.
No. But, you mentioned something. How was it that it came to you? Now, obviously, you grew up in a house where acting was all over the place. When did you decide, oh, this is what I got to do too? Or
Never. I
just
decided
happened?
very early on, I don't ever want to do this.
Really? Was it like, yeah, I don't want to see this. I don't want to be a part of this. Or was
it's
it...
not glamorous when you look at it, and it's like, it became my ordinary, this thing that I suppose would have been extraordinary to other people. And what I saw earliest on was my mother being all dressed up, looking great, on How the West Was Won, or second time around, and she fell into a bunch of mud.
Right.
And these action, fall into the mud, cut, and everyone screamed with laughter. Now that did look good to me, but I didn't think that was her job. And then there was another time that they put her in old age makeup.
Oh, yeah.
That looked bad.
Oh.
You see, they've done that to me here.
No.
So, someone actually came up to me the other day, this little boy, and he looked up and he said, "Why are you so old?" I explained to him. It took a long time, but now he's depressed and somewhere else. I asked him why he was so young, and, we've had a very kind of...
Did he have an answer to that? Yeah,
He's very upset now. He's in therapy.
Okay, good. But now your mother is Debbie Reynolds, and we all know Debbie.
That's why she dresses like that.
Oh. You both seem to have a great relationship, though.
We have a regular relationship, like mother and daughter relationship.
Yeah.
Girls, is that great? Yes, sometimes it's great.
Sometimes.
But
Other
then,
times,
you know, I'm
yeah.
a disappointment.
Well, no, I can't see that. I
No,
can't
that's
see
not
that
true.
at all.
I do
That's
get
not-
along really, really well with
And
my
the two
husband.
of you poke fun at each other. In fact, we have a little clip that we're going to take a look at here. This is from the Golden Globes, I believe. Let's look at the screens here. You can watch this one.
My favorite picture was Singing in the Rain. And of course, I had a wonderful hairdo in that picture. I know some of you may not remember this, but I did. I had a bun. At the back of my head, I had a big bun, an ugly bun at the back of my head. So I warned my daughter, Carrie, who had just gotten a part in the picture, Princess Leia in Star Wars. I said, well, Carrie, be careful of any weird hairdo. So luckily, George gave her 2 buns.
Thanks, Mom.
She gave me that advice instead of telling me about the birds and the bees.
Yeah.
In our house, it was the buns and the bees.
Now, so with all of that in mind, was there anything that compelled you to audition for Star Wars? Were you like going, okay, or was this just another one of many auditions at the time?
No, we were trying to remember all this the other day. I mean, bad memories when you get older, and
Yeah.
you know, if you do LSD, older bad memories earlier.
That's light
so,
speed,
not
right?
that I did, but that's what my mom told me would happen, so I didn't. And
That stands for light speed, right?
I
Light
had done
speed.
one movie which was an accident, which was a shampoo, and a
Shampoo?
man was staying at our house, and he said, "Come with me to work today." And I went with him. This is teach you a lesson. Come with me to work, and I went, and they were making shampoo, and I became Lee Grant's daughter. that-
Yeah, in the movie,
that
yeah.
sleeps with
Warren Beatty.
Warren Beatty.
Warren Beatty, boy, yeah.
underage, everything.
That's
So, and there was a bad word said, and my mother, can I say a bad word, you guys?
well,
I was supposed to say wanna in the movie, and my mother asked Warren if I could say screw instead.
because
But
you were
then-
working with tools and things at the time.
That's right. We were working as it was a.
Sorry. I
And
gotta
then-
try. I gotta try to clean it up however
Well,
I
but
can.
my mother was very much against bad language. But then, as we cut to along, going a few years later, she actually said, "That fucker said the F word to me."
Thank you. Good night.
I apologize. And if I've offended anyone,
No.
think of all the other words I've used that weren't a bad word up
That's
till
it.
then.
That's it. That was only one. That was only one. That's good. Anything for you, my dear, right? Okay.
Well, around here, the F word is for force.
That's
Okay.
right. So maybe we should, yeah, we can replace it anytime now. So anytime you feel the need, just say force.
That's right.
Okay? Okay, good. How long was it before it became
I want to force you. You can't force me.
you can't force her to do anything. That's not right. Stop it.
Well, it would be, yeah.
The force is not consent.
That forcer said the F word to me.
Yeah. See what happens? Give them a little and they keep going. How long did it take you to get used to being around droids and stormtroopers and Darth Vader? Oh my.
It depends on what hour of the day it was. Early in the morning, it's too early for anybody to look at anyone. But if they are made of iron and they beep and they blow up and stuff, thank God I did not drink. It did not agree with me. I substituted, but still, it feels like you feel hungover when you look at that type of creature in the morning and it seems misplaced. But then I should talk. I had that hairstyle, and it took them 2 hours
Really?
to do that hairstyle. I'd come in at 5 in the morning before anyone.
Man.
And they would take I would fall asleep in the chair.
Was
and
it
I'd
a
say
braid?
I'd go to sleep plain and I'd wake up pretty.
Wow.
pretty weird.
Pretty weird, huh?
No, but it was, I had this Pat McQueen, and she would do my hair for 2 hours.
And you could sleep through it, though.
Well, after a while, you
Yeah.
get used to it.
Yeah, and you'd wake up with, little mustaches on
But
you
then
and everything.
later on, I did, what was it called, Saturday Night Live, and
Yes.
I was playing Princess Leia for
Yes.
weird. They clunked a hairpiece on it, looked exactly the same. And I was upset.
Yeah. Well, television has a much bigger budget than those movies. Speaking of, two of the biggest stars, really on the planet at the time, Sir Alec Guinness and Peter Cushing, and you get to work with these gentlemen. Pretty great. Was that fun? Do you have? I know that you talked with Peter quite a bit, and he had great little stories, didn't he? Of just like he would wear gloves.
I said he worked because he smoked.
Yes.
So he passed away soon after. No. No, but he was much, much older. He smoked his own roll-up cigarettes.
Oh.
At least I think they were cigarettes. And no, but he would, like he was probably in his 80s.
Yeah.
I don't know. Probably was 50.
People looked older then.
And he smelled of lavender.
Really? Lovely.
And he was very royal.
Charmed.
Well, they were all Sir this and Lady
Yeah.
that.
And so would you say Sir
Well,
Alec?
I'm Princess something,
Yeah,
so I
so-
don't really have to.
You don't have to.
Acknowledge.
That's true.
No, it made me very nervous. I didn't
Really?
I worked with Laurence Olivier at one point, and he would say, and it would be Lord. He was Lord Olivier.
Lord.
So he encouraged us to call us L.O., Lord Olivier.
Wow.
There was no way that was going to happen.
No. Especially since it's like if you say low, and then he's low. He's
Hey,
not low. He's
low.
high. He's way
Oh,
up
yeah.
there. Now let me ask you though, with Empire Strikes Back, you come around the second time, this explosion of this film. Were things different? Did it seem different on the set instantly, or was it like, no, we're all back together having fun?
No, it was. What's cool about it is, and I don't know how soon I knew it was cool, but when you make a movie, you don't know if it's going to do well, or you hope it does. Depending on the script, it won't. Whatever. But I knew the first one was going to be something that I really liked, but I did think it was unusual.
Mm-hmm.
But on the second one, you knew you were making a hit movie.
Yeah.
And that is unprecedented. So I suppose that's what we were doing again on this. I mean, if you all go to see it, it's a hit. So, you know what I mean, though? That it's not usual.
Yeah.
So
It
it's
was,
sort
and
of
then
you
Irvin
tiptoe
Kershner.
more.
Irvin Kershner directing it. Was that fun working with Irvin Kershner?
He was awesome.
Yeah.
And he was much more sort of an emotional director than,
So it was a completely different experience then, because you have this director that is going to you with all this stuff, and George was very kind of hands off. Is that correct?
Well, he was more kind of a subdued personality. Like this.
Yeah.
No, but it was, there's a saying, it's a beautiful saying, the fish stinks from the head.
Ah, yes.
And
Who
the
was it that said that?
director
Was it
is
Socrates?
Shakespeare.
Shakespeare said.
But it's the director that sort of runs the
show.
So
and if you're comfortable, and you look comfortable with Kirsch, although where is Kirsch looking right there?
I'll tell you later.
Princess Leia. He's
no,
looking at the braid. He's looking
no,
at the
but we
braid.
did have a really good time on
We
it. But
did.
it went way, way over, and
Oh, yeah.
there was uncomfortable stuff. No, on the third one, people broke their legs, and it was
Really?
always different.
But fun. And then Billy D into the mix in the second one, too. Was it fun working with Billy D? He'll be here Sunday. He'll be here on the stage.
Yes, he was funny, and he used to, right before he would kiss my hand
Yeah,
or something, he'd say something incredibly filthy,
Really?
so that I would, laugh. Something about the Force and it being with me or whatever. And so everyone was trying to make everybody laugh. And that's the easiest way to go. Kids or parents will tell you about that later. No,
We could
no,
just
but he was a
imagine.
lot of fun to work with.
He was, yeah. He's always a good time, and he'll be back here on Sunday. But now you filmed in London, and then you stayed at Eric Idle's house.
Yes.
There was something that happened before that big scene, Cloud City. The next day,
What?
did you stay up late at Eric Idle's house before?
There was this day, I was young. Oh, I was so young. Oh, look, I've made people leave now. I'm sorry. And Eric Idle, who was in the Monty Python, who rented me his house but came back in town, so stayed at the house, and he invited. See what happened?
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Sad. They invited the Rolling Stones over. You know how that happens?
Yeah. In fact,
It's like, oh my God, again? Just tell Keith not to. All right, so I called her. Rolling Stones are gonna come over there, and we had a really early call.
Yeah.
But you sort of have to, measure the
fun.
Rolling Stones early call.
Yeah.
Rolling Stones early call. Both. So we decided on both.
Yeah.
And they're a partying bunch of guys. And remember I told you I didn't really drink? Well, to be kind of amenable or whatever, I drank. And I'm not, they say Indians can't drink. It's like I used to say I'm allergic to alcohol. This would have been a demonstration of that. It's also how they describe alcoholism. But at that time, see? So we stayed up pretty late.
Yeah, a little late into
and Charlie, that one, he doesn't have a lot of facial expressions.
No.
He's like the Darth Vader of the Stones. And I don't know, we stayed up really late, and then we got to the set about 2 hours later. And we weren't hungover.
No.
We were still
happy.
In our cups.
We'll just say happy, yeah.
So if you watch the movie, you can see that it's one of the few times Harrison and I are smiling as we arrive in Cloud City. Doesn't that sound like a euphemism?
Hey,
so
you.
the next morning we arrived in Cloud City, where they forced us to go by the Stones. So that was it. That you can see it in the movie.
Hey, you, get off of my cloud has a whole new meaning now, doesn't it?
Am I going to get in trouble? At least I'm telling you bad things from before and not secret things.
Now it was all good. That's right.
Okay,
That's
so
good.
those are the choices. Bad secret.
It's life lessons.
Cloud City, Rolling Stones. All of it.
Life lessons. But, okay, so for over 3 decades, it's still the focus of wonderful parodies, though. There's all sorts of parodies, all this stuff. I know you've seen them all, but they may not have seen them all. And let's take a look at this one. It's one of our favorites here at Celebration.
Any fun, fantasy type things?
No.
Come on, you gotta have one.
Okay. Did you ever see Return of the Jedi?
Yeah.
Do you remember the scene with Jabba the Hutt? Well, Jabba had as his prisoner Princess Leia. Princess Leia was wearing this gold bikini thing. It was pretty cool.
It was pretty cool. There we go. There we go.
I actually never saw that.
Really? Oh, good. I'm glad we could share
So
that.
show me all of them.
That's, I think, what we're saying right with this picture.
I never knew this thing was going to be endlessly like this.
Okay. But, so in Jedi, though, you helped save the day. You killed a giant slug. You got the guy. You find out you got a brother. Did it feel like a good ending to this whole Star Wars trilogy at the time? Did you feel like, okay, I can end these movies now with Jedi, with Return of the Jedi?
I wasn't in that mood of like, okay, this is it. I am sick of this now.
Well, no, not like you're sick of it, but like, yes, we accomplished, we rounded the story
Been
off.
there, done that.
No, like it was a good, happy ending. Did you like how that all kind of came together?
I don't like endings
You
of
don't?
fun.
Really?
Not of fun.
No, not of fun.
And
so
it was
all
fun. It was a lot of fun.
But guess what? You came back and did more.
So see, the fun never stops.
Fun never stops with
here
you.
in Alderaan.
I think, yes. Well, that's, although the Emperor tried to put a stop to the fun on Alderaan, didn't he? That was no fun. He tried, but he couldn't do it.
After that Sarlacc pit,
Okay.
you know, they weren't going to do that anymore.
But getting that whole band back together, that must have felt pretty good, coming back together here. Has it been about a year that you were filming all of this now? Yeah, you can just nod. I know, because it's like we don't want to cross over in anything here. But, good times, you saw old friends, just nod, it's good. Then we cover them at least.
It was like a camp reunion.
Yeah.
There was one time, no, I can't do this. See, I act
it's
like
okay.
I'm a person.
Hey, you know, what I'm thinking is, I got one other one to show you, because you had quite the reputation for giving some kisses in these films. And we've put together a little montage.
See, he's Jabba. Oh my God, I just realized it.
He is.
My realization came with you guys. Thank you for that. The only character that required 2 people to play his tongue. I just needed 1.
Carrie has got it. Speaking of wet kisses, let's take a look at the screen one more time. Check this one out.
God, I never realized
right?
that.
I never thought that you kissed that many guys.
I
or
was
that
quite
often,
the
or-
space slut, wasn't I?
Oh! Oh!
But they look pretty good.
Yeah. Oh no, look at this one though. This
Well, you
one
know,
is-
you can have really bad screen kissing and stuff. That doesn't look good. That looks like he won a contest and I had to kiss him.
That looks like some of the lines
He
out
was
here.
a really sweet guy, though.
Yeah.
Very sweet.
Yeah, you call him the next day, I'm sure. Okay. Hey, Carrie, do you mind if we take some questions from the audience?
No, I want that.
Okay, then let's do it. Let's take some questions from the council.
And now, questions from the council.
Okay, where is Elliot? Where is Elliot and Mark?
Elliot!
Elliot? Are they're running out?
Yes, we're right here. I knocked over an entire tray of glasses backstage getting here.
Okay. Elliot, who do you got for us?
Right here.
Okay.
What's your name?
Heather,
Heather.
if you could meet your mom, what would you say to her in the movie?
If I could...
Oh, if you could meet Padme.
Natalie?
Natalie. In the movies, what would you say to her?
I wished I looked more like you.
I think you're doing quite well on your own, my dear.
I'm okay.
You're...
But she's the babe.
Huh? You're all right.
No, I did meet her.
Yeah.
I have only met Natalie once, and she asked me to give her an award.
Really?
And her agent was my child father, I think. And so in Hollywood, that's like being related.
Sure.
So
Yeah.
that's how we met.
In fact, my agent had lunch in a place where your agent once ate, and so we're kind of related.
With Natalie Portman.
Yes, exactly right. So good. All right, and we got Daniel over here. Mark Daniel over here. Mark, what do you got?
I have Elot. Elot, what's your question?
Carrie, first of all, I'm a huge fan, 30-year veteran. And I wanted to ask you, of all the scenes from the original 3, which one is your favorite?
Of all the what?
Of all the scenes, screw the mic, of all the scenes from the original favorite.
All the scenes.
original movie, which one is your favorite?
Oh, of all the scenes from the original movie,
Which one is your favorite?
from the first movie.
Because I am in love with you.
Here, look.
Oh my. Careful, careful.
Wait, now I forget the question.
What?
Kissing, more kissing.
From all the scenes of
And
all the movies.
All the movies. What's your favorite
All the
scene?
movies.
But
What's
I have
your
to be
favorite?
in them. What's my favorite
Yes.
scene that I was in?
Any of the scenes.
Or
That she
any
was
of
in?
them.
That she was in?
Wow, that's a hard question because I liked a lot of them.
Sure.
You were in.
Okay.
You were in.
Okay, this is so complex.
This is.
I like jumping to Lightspeed, but I wasn't. Oh, I wasn't there. That's why I like it. No, but I like that kind of stuff. I've been
The
still.
action.
I'm still trying to jump to Lightspeed, even now.
I think you did
That
just
I
then.
was in. See, I'm going to think about that for like an hour.
We'll think about that and come back.
Yeah, no, I have to think about
We'll
that.
have a second date with the princess next hour. You all come back. She'll answer the question. But for now, let's do another one. Do you want to do another question and think about it?
I think probably one of the scenes where I said something awful to Harrison.
That would be good.
And I think other people like that, they're scruffy-looking nerf herders, and
Yes. Yes.
yeah. What
Excellent.
a moron they were, you know.
Excellent. Well, Gary, let's go back to the couch and let's get another. Hey, I have a question for you. Have you seen my shoes, Carrie? Do you see my shoes? These were designed by an artist by the name of Joe Hogan, and they are Princess Leia shoes. They're one of a
You
kind.
buy them?
No, these were made just for me, but I'm wondering as the host, I never do this, but oh, both. Hey, Carrie. Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, no. Oh. You topped it. It was a phony photo memory. We topped it.
Star Wars phony photo memory.
Oh, Gary, isn't this exciting? He's excited. He's jealous. Do we have time for one more question? Let's do it. Where are you, Elliot?
I have Joshua from Boston.
We've become very casual. We're just on the floor now. This is it.
Hey, Carrie, what's up? So I did a play, and I was asked to come up on Broadway. It's a play called Wishful Drinking a couple years back, and I was promised a picture, which I never got.
Wow.
So I was wondering if I may still grab a picture with you to try to make up for that a couple years back. Yeah, cool, thank you.
What are you going to say right now at this point anyways, right? Let's do it. Okay.
You could be a very forceful shot.
Oh, my goodness.
All right.
Okay.
Where are you? Okay.
We're making you do all this stuff. Come on. Oh, here he comes.
This is a video first.
I'm taking a video.
Yeah,
Oh.
this is a
Yeah.
video.
Oh. Okay. Yes, I agree, Gary. I agree.
You take a picture?
Yeah, I got nothing else to do. Smiles, everybody. Here we go. Get Carrie in it, too. Ladies and gentlemen, Carrie Fisher! Thank you, sir.